Hi, this is Brittany Herrera with CIT 360. I'm going to be going over sequence diagrams for my familiarity review. Okay, let's begin. Sequence diagrams are diagrams in UML, Unified Modeling Language, that show interactive behavior in sequential order. They show how and what happens for the system to function. Business, software, and other users use these diagrams to understand the requirements for both new and existing systems. Sequence diagrams are also called event diagrams and event scenarios. They're helpful with visualizing different runtime scenarios, and they can help predict how the system will behave. They also show the responsibilities that are needed for the system to function appropriately. There are lots of different software tools available to help build sequence diagrams. Each of the notations or symbols might vary, but in general, you'll probably see that actors are like stick figures. Actors are humans or external entities outside of the system that cause actions to occur inside the system. Rectangles are usually the objects or the processes in the system. The lifelines are dashed lines that are vertical, and they show the existence of the object or actor over time. The longer the line, the longer the time goes by. And these horizontal lines are messages. There are several different types of messages. There's synchronous, asynchronous, create, self, reply, lost, found, and deleted messages. They're represented by using an arrow and are used to show the communication between objects. There might be conditions in our model. So there are sequence fragments or alternative frames and guards that help show the conditions that need to be met and show the different paths for the actor. As well, there are activation boxes. They're this blue long rectangle type of shape. They go over the lifeline to show how long the object is performing the process. Okay, so here's an example. Here's a user, which is the actor, and here is the system. So the user inserts the card and selects the date they want to go to the movie. The movie says, okay, here are the seats available. And the user says, okay, I'd like to order. They go to the server to reserve the seat, and then a confirmation is sent to the user. Some more information is messages with horizontal arrows show interaction. Solid arrowheads show synchronous calls. Open arrowheads show asynchronous messages. Dash lines show reply messages. If a caller sends a synchronous message, it needs to wait until the message is finished. If a caller sends asynchronous message, it can continue without waiting. And asynchronous calls are in multi-threaded applications, event-driven, and message-oriented middleware. Activation boxes are called method call boxes as well, and they're usually rectangle and at the top of the lifeline. And if an object is removed from memory, then an X will be drawn at the bottom of the lifeline and the dash line will be removed. There is a lot of different information out there because all of the software tools are different. So some of this information may vary as well. And I'm going to have one more example here. I did a Google image search from this site, and they showed this graphic. Here's the actor, which is a student. They need to log in here to get a class list, basically. The login screen needs to validate that they're a student with their ID and password, and the database will pull that up. If they're registered for classes, they will not just validate the user, but they'll also validate because of the class list. And those two lists the successful login, and the class list will be sent back to the student or the actor. As mentioned, there's lots of different tools. I'm going to use Visual Paradigm again for building the sequence diagram. All right, let's go to the diagram. Okay, so here's a model of this actor who's a buyer. They want to go to a store and make a purchase. So they go, they select the items they want, and it's time to check out. And the store says, okay, let's get your credit card, and I'm going to validate that. If it's an invalid credit card, we have this frame here, and we have to say the purchase is denied. Now, if it is a valid credit card, we validate the card's validated, then amount is requested, the amount is approved, and then the item down here is received, the purchase item. Also, we have another external source, or an actor here. I'm calling this the account department from the credit card. So basically, the store just needed to verify they could be paid, but my account has lots of different information. So this circle at the end of the arrow shows like there's an external system here. So basically, the credit card company, or we could even say the store, is going to send the account the new balance. And actually, we could have even the account department send the user a mail, but it's outside the system, and so this particular system doesn't need to know that. I just wanted to show you that the relationships involved with all of these objects. But in general, that is how you build the sequence diagram. I enjoyed doing this presentation. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Bye.